A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear students of 11th class, we are discussing the this bacteria under the kingdom Monera, and so far we have discussed the shapes of bacteria, occurrence and distribution of bacteria, reproduction in bacteria, and today we will study the nutrition in bacteria. So our today's topic is nutrition in bacteria. On the basis of mode of nutrition, bacteria are grouped into two broad categories. So you should remember that the bacteria have two modes of nutrition. And on the basis of nutrition, these have been grouped into two broad categories. One is the autotrophic bacteria, and another category is the heterotrophic bacteria. First of all, we will take the autotrophic bacteria and see what are these autotrophic bacteria. The group of bacteria which synthesize their own organic food from inorganic substances, utilize carbon dioxide to derive carbon, and use hydrogen compounds as source of hydrogen to reduce carbon are called autotrophic bacteria. Here you see that these autotrophic bacteria are those bacteria which can manufacture their own food from inorganic substances, and they use the carbon dioxide to obtain the carbon, and they also use the hydrogen compounds as source of hydrogen to reduce carbon. And these autotrophic bacteria are of two types, or these may be photoautotrophic or chemoautotrophic. So two categories arise from autotrophic bacteria. One is the photoautotrophic bacteria, and the second is the chemoautotrophic bacteria. So first of all, we will take the photoautotrophic bacteria. These photoautotrophic bacteria possess photosynthetic pigments. So you should remember that photoautotrophic bacteria have the photosynthetic pigments in lamellae, and they utilize light energy to perform photosynthesis. So here these photoautotrophic bacteria have the photosynthetic pigments, and they use the light energy and perform the process which is called the photosynthesis. Here in these photoautotrophic bacteria, water is not utilized as hydrogen. So for the process of photosynthesis, water is not utilized as hydrogen donor, and therefore oxygen is not liberated. So you should remember here that during the process of photosynthesis, water is not utilized as hydrogen donor, and therefore oxygen is not liberated. Thus the process is called anoxygenic photosynthesis. As water is not utilized as hydrogen donor and oxygen is not liberated, this photosynthetic process is called the anoxygenic photosynthesis. Example we can take here chromatium and chlorobium. So these are the two types of bacteria which can perform the photoautotrophic, or in which the photoautotrophic, or we can say which are the photoautotrophic. So these two types of bacteria are photoautotrophic. Now the second type of this photoautotrophic bacteria are the chemoautotrophic bacteria. So what are these chemoautotrophic bacteria? The bacteria which manufacture organic food matter from inorganic raw materials and utilize energy liberated by oxidation of inorganic substances present in the external medium are called chemoautotrophic bacteria. So here in these chemoautotrophic bacteria, these type of bacteria manufacture organic matter or organic food from inorganic raw materials, and they utilize energy which is liberated by oxidation of inorganic substances which are present in the external medium. Now we will take the second broad category, that is the heterotrophic bacteria. So what are these heterotrophic bacteria? The bacteria that can synthesize their organic food and are dependent on external organic materials and require at least one organic compound as a source of carbon for their growth and energy are called heterotrophic bacteria. So what are these heterotrophic bacteria? These are the types of bacteria which can synthesize their organic food, but they are dependent on external materials and require at least one organic compound as a source of carbon for their growth and energy. So these are the heterotrophic bacteria. These heterotrophic bacteria are of three types. Number one are the parasites. Parasites, what are these parasites? These parasites get benefit for themselves, but they can cause harm to other organisms. So parasites obtain their organic food from living cells of plants and animals for their growth and development. So parasites, what are parasites? How they manufacture their food? How they obtain food? They obtain their organic food from living cells of plants and animals for their growth and development. Some of them may be harmless and some are pathogenic. यानी कि कुछ इनमें ऐसे भी हैं, पैरासाइट्स में ऐसे भी हैं जो दूसरे ऑर्गेनिजम्स को नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाते हैं, लेकिन कुछ ऐसे हैं जो दूसरों को नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं. Example, we can take parasite as Clostridium. Now the second type of these heterotrophic bacteria are the saprotrophic bacteria. So what are these saprotrophic bacteria? Saprotrophic bacteria, or how they can use this, how they obtain food? They obtain their food from dead organic matter. So you should remember here that the saprotrophic bacteria are those bacteria which can obtain their food from dead organic matter. Example we can quote here, Azotobacter. Azotobacter is the one type of bacteria which is saprotrophic in nature. Third type of these heterotrophic bacteria are the symbiotic. So what is this symbiotic? What is this symbiosis? Symbiotic bacteria are those bacteria in which two organisms live in association and get mutually benefited. So symbiotic here, these type of bacteria live in close association with one another and are mutually benefited. यानी कि symbiotic bacteria ऐसे bacteria होते हैं, ऐसी प्रोसेस है ये जिसमें दो ऑर्गेनिज्म एक साथ रहते हैं और एक दूसरे को फायदा भी पहुंचाते हैं. Example we can quote here Rhizobium. As you know, Rhizobium lives in close association with the root nodules of leguminous plants or the roots of leguminous plants. तो इस तरीके से Rhizobium provides the food to the leguminous plants, and this Rhizobium obtains the food from the leguminous plants, while as this leguminous plants get the this fertilizer as fertilizer from the Rhizobium. So this symbiotic association is the close association of two organisms in which they get mutually benefited, and we have quoted the example of Rhizobium, which lives in the root nodules of leguminous plants and produce the root nodules. So this was all about the nutrition in bacteria, and you should remember here that two main types of bacteria are autotrophic bacteria and heterotrophic bacteria. Autotrophic bacteria have two types, photoautotrophic, or they may be photoautotrophic or chemoautotrophic, while as the heterotrophic bacteria may be parasites, saprotrophic bacteria, or symbiotic. So this was all about this today's lecture, nutrition in bacteria. I hope that you have understood the main things of this lecture. Any type of difficulty you will face, uh, you can comment in the group, and you can phone me on my phone number, so that you can get the hot support or the difficulties can get be redressed. तो कल तक जब तक हम दूसरा क्लास ले लेंगे इंशाल्लाह, tomorrow we will take the other question of this under this kingdom Monera. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.